Hello viewers, this is GamerZakk. Welcome back for more of The Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker. Last time, we got the last of the treasure charts that I wanted to show how to get because the rest of them are at reefs, and I've told you a bazillion and a half times that I'm not showing you the reefs because there's no need of showing you something 6 times in a row. This time, we are here on Angular Isles, and no, my sea chart did not get the chicken pox. So as you can see, this isle is just a bunch of squares. Yeah. So, you may notice some things are different. I have 18 hearts instead of 16, and I have a full wallet. This can only mean one thing. Fairy godparents! No, Link does not have fairy godparents. He just has a... He just has a fairy that he keeps in a bottle. What happened was, in between the last episode and this one, I got the treasure charts at the reefs, which I showed you where all of them are in the last episode, and it went around the entire Great Sea to uphaul every treasure that each treasure chart led to. Like I said, about like 3 times now, and I just fell off. How wonderful. So yeah, that explains why I have so many hearts and rupees, because in total from doing all this, you get 23 silver rupees, 11 pieces of heart, and a green rupee. Yes, you get a green rupee from Windfall Island. And how you get that chart is by doing the auction with a minimum bid of 5 rupees. So that treasure chart is worth nothing whatsoever. It's not even worth it. You'll just lose rupees in the long run. You don't want to do that. So, there were also some other things. We also got some charts. As you can see, there's the Octo chart. It tells us where all the Octos are and how many eyes they have, which is irrelevant. Great Fairy chart tells us where all the Great Fairies are. Island Hearts chart tells us where we can find pieces of heart. Look at Windfall! 9 pieces of heart! 9! Yeah. Sea Hearts chart tells you where you can find treasure charts that lead to pieces of heart. Secret Cave chart tells you where you can go down holes. Yeah. Light Ring chart. I showed you what light rings are in episode 11. You know, they basically contain mana rewards. Some of them only appear when there's a full moon in the sky. Tells you where some of those rings are. And that's about it. That's all you get for doing all the treasure charts. So yeah, those charts aren't really going to be helpful to you if you're following along. And if you are following along, you just do what I just told you what I did between last episode and this one. Anyway, now that this is down here, we'll just pull this back. Yes, this is a puzzle to get a piece of heart, because now that we have all the treasure charts, we are going to begin our search for the last 5 pieces of heart. Because if you've been listening and calculating or playing along, you would know that there's only one more heart container to get until we get our 19th heart container. Let's just open this. I wonder if this has the piece of heart, and... hello. Yep, piece of heart, and now we have our 19th heart container. How wonderful. Oh, by the way, us getting the treasures from the squares, that explains all the red dots. You may notice there are still 8 quadrants without a red dot. Those are where the Triforces are, the Triforce shards. However, we can't use those Triforce charts right now. We have to get them deciphered at Tingles. And this is why you need a lot of rupees. You need approximately 3,184 rupees, I think it was. Not sure if it was exactly that many. If it's not, I'll put up on screen what it was. But, yeah, you need a ton of rupees. That's why I want to do all the treasure charts first. Anyway, down in here, you're going to find this puzzle, where you basically pull out a bunch of blocks. If I could pull blocks out, that would be great. Anyway, this leads to a silver rupee. I don't really recommend doing it because, you know, I have a full wallet, but I'll show you what you have to do to get it. So let's bring this out. I feel like I'm not doing this right. Let's pull this out. So it's basically pulling out a bunch of things, and then going up to this light and then shining it on something. Shine it on this. Then you could just Deku Leaf over there to get the silver rupee. I don't really need it whatsoever. So, you can get it if you want. But getting all those silver rupees should put you at 5,000. So that that's done, we are going to go to Boating Course, which is a new isle. And by the way, while I was doing that, I got a chance to fill in every quadrant. Here are some new quadrants. Mother and Child Isles, that's where we got the fire and ice arrows. Four Eye Reef, which is where I got something. These two that I forgot to fill in. Shark Island, there's not really much to do there. And then there are these three quadrants that we're going to do in this episode as we begin our search for the last 4 pieces of heart now. So, let's go to the boarding course. The boarding course? Coming up on this boating course, you're gonna guess it's a minigame. Well, you guessed correctly. So let's just climb up onto... I'm guessing there's a special point where you have to get up onto here. You can't just climb up anywhere like on any normal island. No. Can I get up somewhere? I'm about to drown even though my head is clearly above the water. Please. Is there a place where I can get up here? Please. I really need to get up here because I have a video to make. Oh, okay, there it is. It's on the other side of the whole island. Ah, yeah, if you were sailing from the east, you would know. Again, with me mixing up west and east, I know a lot of people that do that. Seriously, like, has anyone else ever mixed up west and east? Or vice versa? Come on. It's happened to me so many times. I can't be the only one that's ever done it. So we gotta talk to this guy. Looks really strange. Hey, that's a pretty slick boat you got there, kiddo. Darn right it is. So what do you say, kiddo? You wanna play a boat game for 30 rupees? What do you say? Yeah. Well, I ain't good at a talker, but here goes. Now listen up. Deal is, take your boat and sail over the barrels floating in the water and see how many rupees you can bring to the finish line within the time limit. There's 2 kinds of floating barrels you gotta watch out for. The ones that float on their sides and the ones that float upright. You can get the rupees above the barrels floating on the sides by just sailing right over the barrels. But if you run into the barrels floating upright in the water, they'll rough you up. You know, you can press R to jump your boat, right? Yeah, we know that. Yeah, well, to get the rupees over upright barrels, you gotta jump with R. It's the only way. Barrels get placed out there based on which way the wind's blowing. So watch the wind gauge behind your boat real careful like. Oh, and one more thing. If time runs out before you finish, you lose. So watch the timer, will you? Them's the rules. Let's give it a shot. Anyway, this is a fairly easy minigame. A little secret I should tell you. Basically, if you jump and hit the control stick as soon as you land, you're gonna do a sharp turn. Let me try it. See, like that. That was a very sharp turn. And I just missed the thing. Great. I'm missing rupees. If you get at least 30, you'll get all your rupees back. You can basically get whatever rupees you collect here. So there's no need to worry about losing any rupees because it's a very easy minigame. You can get up to like 150 on this. So there you go. Let me see if I can get both of these at the same time. Yes! Both of them at the same time. 2 for 1. And explosive barrels. I thought this minigame was safe. You all lied to me. What the hey? Huh? What? Come on, are you trying to destroy our boat just because you're so jealous? Come on, I know not everybody has a talking boat, but there's no need to be that jealous. And yes, there is a difference between envious and jealous. If you're envious, you don't have contempt towards that person, but if you're jealous, you do. So there you go. In case if any of you care about what I have to say. So yeah, this minigame is very straightforward what you have to do. And the last rupee you're gonna find is a red rupee, so you definitely want to get that. Oh no, it's a green rupee, excuse me. Anyway, doing that sharp turn as you land is really helpful during this game, as you can tell. I love that music. We got 140 rupees, which basically puts us back at where we were. Oh, way to be. Alright, here's the 140 rupees. That's not a very profitable game. I don't know if you know that, but that's not a... That game is not the best way to make money. I could use the Deku Leaf to get over there, but I think I can hookshot onto the wooden post. Yeah, I can. If I can find where I placed my boat, because apparently my boat moved for whatever reason. I don't know why you would do that. I mean, seriously, if it's all the way over there, I'm going to be so mad. Oh, it's right over there. So I didn't move it. I forgot. Wow. That's a great way to start off recording a video after getting all the treasure charts. After 3 hours of not talking. Yes, that whole thing took 3 hours to do. Getting all the treasure charts in the four last... Getting the 4 last treasure charts and upholding each treasure each one led to. That took a total of about 3 hours. Anyway, over here you gotta notice this hole. You definitely want to go down it if you want to get the last irregular treasure chart. Or not really treasure chart, regular chart in general. You're gonna fight a few waves of enemies, not as bad as the Savage Labyrinth, of course! Just a bunch of mini-blends to fight because they're most annoying. Not really annoying, they're very easy to kill actually. What am I saying? There, die. There's not enough of you! I mean, seriously. Like, there was this one floor in the Savage Labyrinth. 50 of these things. It even said how many of them there were. There were exactly 50 mini-blends you have to fight in that room. This is nothing. Though it might be 50 in total, that floor in the Savage Labyrinth had all 50 of them come out at once. Especially that floor with all the choo-choos! Couldn't even do much attacks because some of them were electrified. Okay, how many of you are there? No, you're not doing damage to me. I'm the one who does damage around here. Silly mobs! I'm the only one around here who does damage. So you can all die in a pit. Okay, these things are like mass-produced, I swear to God. I mean, seriously, how many of these things exist? How many more do I have to kill before they're extinct? I mean, seriously. They're like mass-produced. But they die within one hit. Can you die? I think there's something I'm like not doing. I am such an idiot. I'm supposed to hit all of these. Oh my gosh! You get out of the way? I just wasted an arrow, great. Can I like hit you? So yeah, I didn't even know that you were supposed to hit all these switches with your arrows. I didn't even notice them until just now, so I wasted all that time whacking the very living crap out of all these mini-blends. So yes, they are reproduced. There are an infinite number of mini-blends. How do you feed all of them? Anyway, you get the submarine chart. It tells you where all the submarines are. This is actually kind of funny because the last thing we're going to do in this episode is go to the very last submarine in this game to get a nice little reward. It can't be a treasure chart. We have all of them. Can't be one of the irregular charts because that one was the last one. So what could it be? This is actually the very last short side quest because after that, ooh, the side quests become very long. We go into the 2 longest side quests in the whole game, and then we actually get on with the main game and like win. So I'll see you in a moment. Alright, in the very southeast corner of the whole Great Sea, you're going to find the very last submarine. So we're just going to board it like that. Nothing's going to stop us. What are these bokoblins going to do? I mean, really? We can kill them with 3 hits of the sword, like that. Don't even need that last swing. So, in this last submarine, while I'm fighting enemies, I do want to talk about one little thing. I do realize that I haven't put up annotations for my channel and playlists and previous and next episodes on any of my videos recently, because I know, but I don't know why. I'm just like such a horrible procrastinating individual when it comes to putting up links to other videos. Yet when it comes to these, I'm fully dedicated to making these videos as of recent. So there you go. Speaking of procrastination, I noticed something. Link is just such a procrastinator. I mean, seriously, think about this. Ever since episode 47, or 48 rather, we've been needing to get all of the treasure, the Triforce shards, excuse me. Then we just went off and did side quests. Then we went around the whole Great Sea and got all these treasures, and now we're doing these more side quests. Link is just such a procrastinator. I mean, think about it. Anyway, by opening this, you get a piece of heart. Yep, there are only 3 more pieces of heart in the entire game for us to get. So don't worry, as long as you get all the treasure chart locations, or treasure charts, wherever they lead to. If you get the sunken treasures, then you should be fine. You should be exactly where I am. Just stressing that again because it seems kind of confusing. Just have it within the next episode, just me having like all these rupees and pieces of heart. So I think that's gonna be it for this episode. So next time on The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, we are going to do the longest side quest in the entire game, which is right here on Windfall Island. Nowhere else. Yep. We're just gonna get that out of the way because there are only 2 more side quests in the whole game for us to do. Then we're gonna do the actual game and finish it within the next 10 episodes. So, without further ado, I say to you, stay tuned.